Have you ever heard the story about the yoga teacher who sold out without selling out? Jasmine never wanted to do business. She wanted to help people feel more peace in their bodies. Her website was basic, her pricing felt awkward, and she hated the idea of marketing. Still, every Sunday at her community yoga class, people showed up. Every week, someone new brought a friend, and every month, a client asked if she offered anything more. She didn't need a funnel. She didn't need ads. She had something better, a reputation for real service. Within a year, Jasmine had a wait list, a growing online course, and a brand she never had to pitch. It all started with how she made people feel. You don't rise by marketing more, you rise by serving better. And that's what gets you remembered. Welcome back to the Entrefluential Life Podcast, Season 4, the Unplugged Edition. I'm your host, John Tanner. Today, we're diving into a crucial topic for entrepreneurs, influencers, and business leaders: building authentic connections and mastering networking strategies that create long-term influence. Whether you're growing a business, building a personal brand, or simply looking to level up your professional network, the ability to form real, lasting connections can open doors to opportunities, collaborations, and success. Today, we're going to cover powerful strategies that go beyond just working the room at events. And stick around because at the end of this episode, we'll share our top 3 game-changing networking habits that can instantly improve the way you connect with others. Let's start with the basics. Why does authentic networking matter? Some people hear networking and immediately think of awkward small talk, handing out business cards, or collecting LinkedIn connections without ever engaging. Trust me, I'm guilty of that myself. But real networking is about building relationships that matter. Think about the most successful people you know. They didn't get there alone. They built strong, authentic relationships. Research even shows that nearly 85% of jobs and business opportunities come from networking. The key is being intentional and offering value instead of just seeking it. And that's a huge shift. When you focus on how you can serve others first, people naturally want to connect and collaborate with you. So let's break down some practical strategies to help you do just that. Build those authentic relationships. But before we continue, let me have a sip of coffee first. Let's talk about first impressions. Research suggests that people form an opinion about you in just 7 seconds of meeting you. That's a very short window to establish trust and credibility. And one of the best ways to make a powerful first impression is being genuinely interested in the other person. Instead of jumping in with your pitch, start by asking questions that show curiosity, such as, what's something exciting you're working on? Or, what inspired you to start your business? I love the latter, the second one. Another key component is your body language. Stand tall, make eye contact, and smile. It communicates confidence and approachability. Also, remember to use their name in conversation. People love to hear the sound of their own name and the sound of their own voice. It makes the interaction more personal and memorable. So, you've met someone interesting at an event, exchanged contact information, but what happens next? Have you ever got stuck in that awkward feeling before? I have. This is where many people drop the ball. The follow-up is everything. The key to effective follow-up is being personalized and timely. Instead of just saying, great meeting you, reference something from the conversation. For example, hey Bob, I really enjoyed our conversation about your microbrewery. Would you like to grab coffee next week to continue that discussion? I love that. And I love that it's a microbrewery. I wouldn't mind having one. I'll take one of those dark ales though, like an amber bock or something even darker like a stout. Okay, let me get back to the point here. Don't forget about digital follow-ups as well. You can connect with the person that you had met at the event on LinkedIn or some other social media platform. Engage with their content or send them a quick email with a helpful resource related to their business. This keeps the relationship warm and positions you as someone who genuinely cares. Networking isn't just about in-person events anymore. In today's world, some of the best connections happen online. Whether it's LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, or some industry forums, digital networking is a game changer. But just like in-person networking, engagement matters more than just collecting followers. Instead of just liking posts and leaving thoughtful comments, sharing insights, you need to start conversations. One of my favorite strategies is sending a personalized video message. This is actually really is cool. You can do that on LinkedIn or send them a text message instead of a DM. And instead of being text only, the video makes it more personalized, makes it more almost like if you were there in person with them. It adds a personal touch and it makes you stand out because very few people do this. And for influencers and entrepreneurs, entrefluencers, having an active online presence through podcasts and blogs and live streams also attracts meaningful conversations and positions you as an authority in your space. Let's talk about value-driven networking. The best connections happen when both parties benefit. It's about giving before you ask, whether it's making an introduction, sharing industry insights, or offering a resource. Always look for ways to help first. This builds goodwill and makes people more likely to reciprocate. And the golden rule is be consistent. The strongest relationships aren't built in a single conversation, but through ongoing engagement over time. And speaking of resources, I'd love to take this opportunity to plug my new rewrite of a book called Entrefluential Networking. I originally wrote this book in 2019. Now, just to give you a very quick backstory on this, I had gone through 3 years of law school, 3.5 years of law school here at Florida Coastal School of Law in Jacksonville, Florida, which no longer exists, but it was around for 20 years. It's a private college, it was. And so I went through 3.5 years of law school, took the bar exam, the Florida bar exam, 2 months after graduating, passed the bar exam on my first try, but went through this 1.5 year long background investigation because, look, I was 45 years old, around 45 years old at the time. And I had a long history. So I have a lot of documentation from the military issues and from divorce issues and having a house foreclosed and all kinds of stuff, problems, that's life, 45 years of life. And so gathering all of these documents from courthouses and stuff, it was just a long, arduous process. And at the end of it, I ended up withdrawing my application from the bar. Okay. So during that process, I was, needless to say, pretty depressed because all my classmates were gone on practicing law already, and I was stuck in limbo. And so, in order for me to get out of this serious, deep depression that I was in, I went to the library and I started reading books because it always has been my best friend, basically growing up. Books have always been my ally, my confidant, if you will. And so it was a way to escape, but also to add value to myself, to sharpen the saw, if you will, to learn and grow. And so I started doing research on networking, and I wrote this book called Entrefluential Networking in Real Estate because I've been in real estate for almost 30 years, since I was 19. And I decided I'm going to write a book on how to be a better networker for real estate agents. Well, fast forward to 2025, I decided it is long overdue for me to rewrite this book. But instead of writing it for just real estate agents, let me open this up to all entrepreneurs and influencers who is my tribe, right? Small business owners. And so I rewrote this book. So I just want to give you a quick plug to tell you about it. Now that you know the backstory, by the way, I used ChatGPT to take my old literature, which had serious research behind it. And then I said, okay, ChatGPT, let's rewrite this for small business owners based on the content that I've been creating, because one of the beautiful things about ChatGPT is it allows you to store your voice, your prior writings. So I had the Bespoke Startup program in there, my last book release, the Bespoke Startup Workshop series, the Entrefluential Empire Builder series, these 24 workshops that I've created already. And then, so we add all of that. It's fuel for the fire to launch the engines. And we just, ChatGPT and I created this amazing new rewrite within, I don't know, a little over a week maybe, because we had to do some edits, right? Okay, so it's available now on Amazon, and I just want to tell you about it real quick. So I had ChatGPT write a little 30-second blog, and I'm going to plug it right now because it ties into resources. If you've ever felt awkward, overwhelmed, or just plain stuck when it comes to building real connections in your business, you're not alone. That's exactly why I rewrote Entrefluential Networking for today's entrepreneurs and influencers who want to grow through purpose, not pressure. It's packed with fresh strategies, modern relationship marketing, and stories that show you how to turn conversations into clients and clients into raving fans. Grab the new second edition on Amazon today for just 99 cents. Digital copy only. It's your next best move, and it's waiting for you now. So that was a 30-second elevator pitch created by ChatGPT, which I love. It is my best resource ever, 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 ever. So I just wanted to put that plug in there because we talked about resources, and that is a very new, fresh off the books, just got online yesterday. And I decided to put the digital copy, the Kindle edition, available for 99 cents for you guys and gals. So go out there and grab that if you want it. All right. As promised, here are 3 habits you can implement today to improve your networking game. Number 1, the 5-minute favor. Every week, take 5 minutes to do something small that helps someone else, whether it's an introduction, a referral, or sending a helpful article or a copy of their last podcast or something like that, a video from a business colleague. This keeps you top of mind in your network. Number 2, remember the 2-2-2 rule. After meeting someone, follow up in 2 days, check in again in 2 weeks, and then reconnect with them in 2 months, whether that be for coffee or happy hour or lunch. This keeps the relationship warm without feeling forced. And you probably want to keep track of this in your CRM to make it easier because let's face it, we can't remember everything, right? Okay. Number 3, the power lunch strategy, which is perfect because the power lunch strategy ties into the third 2, reconnecting in 2 months. So once a month, invite 2 people from 2 different industries to lunch who could benefit from knowing each other. That's why it's the power lunch strategy. 2 people, 2 different industries, making a connection, looking for that nexus between those 2 industries. That connection could be a powerhouse, and you become the connector, which strengthens your reputation and your network. All right. Well, I hope you found value in today's episode. I hope you found it to be packed with practical strategies. Networking isn't about collecting content, it's all about building meaningful relationships. If you apply these strategies in your network, you will become one of your greatest assets. And remember, the best time to start building your network is to change leaders. So start now. If you enjoyed today's episode, share it with a friend and let us know what your best networking tip. Drop a comment or tag us on social media. That's a wrap. Until next time, keep making authentic connections and keep living the entrepreneurial life. And don't forget to go out there and amplify your message. See you on the next episode. Same time, same place. Bye for now.